When a man deeply loves you, he'll start saying these 10 things. A man who is falling in love might express his desire for more closeness and intimacy in a variety of ways. While there are countless ways to express affection, words remain a cornerstone in recognizing and conveying love. We've heard that actions speak louder than words. However, this doesn't lessen the powerful influence of verbal affirmations, particularly in romantic relationships. Words have the power to bridge the gaps, ease doubts, and strengthen the bonds. In my research on love and relationships, I've discovered that when a man is genuinely in love, he begins to say things that are more than just utterances, but reflections of his heart and intentions. These words are the hidden heroes of the language of love, sometimes overlooked but enormously powerful. The power of words for expressing love. Words of affirmation is one of the well-known 5 love languages created by Dr. Gary Chapman. For many people, hearing the 3 words, "I love you," is merely one of the many ways feelings are put into words. These words of affirmation serve not as just fleeting moments of affection, but also as anchors for deeper bonds of emotion. Words have always been seen as one of the most powerful ways to convey love in history, literature, and art. So here are 10 phrases men say when they're in love. Number 1. "Look, I gotta go. I'll talk to you later." In other words, he loves you when he doesn't mind talking on the phone with you for 20, 30, or 60 minutes or more. When a man is on the phone, his attention span is typically about as long as that of a goldfish, which is a few seconds. He'll suddenly have other important tasks to complete. It is an urge. But after you've been dating him for a while and the thrill is worn off, and he still wants to talk to you, that's a good indicator. Number 2. "I love hanging out with you." This phrase is deceptively simple yet immensely important. When a man truly loves you, he values the time he spends with you. It's not about the things you do together, but about how satisfied he feels in your company. This phrase is his method of communicating to you that he appreciates your company beyond the surface level. In my experience, this statement frequently indicates a change from casual interest to serious emotional investment. It shows that he isn't only in it for the short term. He appreciates the connection, conversations, and shared experiences. It's about enjoying the journey together and cherishing the moments that make your partnership special. Number 6. "We and us and our." This is a tricky one since it may take various shapes. What are you up to? My girlfriend and I are going to a movie. This might mean anything. We are going for a movie. That's another story. We are coffee lovers. We are planning to buy a new car. Our new apartment is nice. That example, if he begins to use we on a frequent basis instead of just I, it might be an indication that he loves you. We suggests that he has started to think of you as a unit or a pair, implying that he is starting to commit to your relationship. A bad indicator is when a man and a woman have a deeper relationship, yet the guy keeps calling it my, I, or mine. Hopefully, that one is all his. However, the more a man loves you, the more he sees the two of you as one team. Number 3. You inspire me. Anyone may call you beautiful. Anyone may call you hot. Anyone can say they want you. However, someone who genuinely loves you feels inspired by you. He behaves differently when you start dating. He starts making long-term plans to be with you. He wants to accomplish more with his life than he did before meeting you. Number 4. I'd love it if you would come with me. He might say this when he is going to do something. You typically have no interest in it. If he's a rugby fan and you're not, and he adores you, he will want to share his passion for rugby with the woman he loves. I understand, men. Having you at his side makes it much more special. When do things become more special? When we can share them with someone we adore. Think about it. Who will you invite to join you if you win 2 tickets to something great? Who would you like to share that moment with the most? Probably the person you love the most in the entire world, right? Number 5, I'm on my way. When a man is in love with a woman, he has a greater desire to come to her rescue. There's a stronger desire to be present when she needs him. When a man feels committed to a woman, they have a stronger obligation to help her during times of need. When he says, I'm on my way, He means he'll be there for you when you need it, like a shoulder to weep on or a Superman to help you out. His affection for you motivates him to be dependable, attend to your needs, and be the one you can turn to for support when needed. Number 6. What do you want or like? This question demonstrates a man's willingness to make you happy and prioritize your needs. When a man loves you, he understands how essential your desires and demands are. It's not just about making decisions together, it's about appreciating your input and making sure your opinion is heard. In my effort to better understand relationships, I've discovered that this question is about mutual respect and partnership. A loving man understands that a relationship is a two-way street, and your satisfaction is essential to the strength of the bond you share. It's his way of conveying, your happiness is important to me. Number 7. Why do you feel this way? The question delves deeper than the surface, indicating a man's desire to understand you on a deeper level. It's not just about acknowledging your feelings, you must also understand all the factors behind them. This question indicates his willingness to comprehend your point of view and to put himself in your shoes. This question is an example of emotional investment. When a man loves you, he's not satisfied with just knowing how you feel. He wants to understand why you feel the way you do. This demonstrates his willingness to interact emotionally with you and become a part of your inner world. It's about developing a relationship that goes beyond the superficial. Number 8. How do you feel? This may appear to be a simple question, but it carries a lot of weight when asked by a guy in love. He isn't simply curious about your physical health. He's also interested in your mental state. A man in love genuinely cares about how you feel. He wishes to be your confidant, comforter, and supporter. In my own experience, I've witnessed how this question can bridge gaps and build intimacy. It's not only about the words, it's about him listening to your answer, comprehending your feelings, and responding to them. This question demonstrates his want to be a part of your life, your struggles, and your pleasures. It's his way of conveying, you are not alone. Number 9. How was your day? This may appear to be ordinary politeness, but it means a lot more in the context of a strong connection. When a man truly loves you, he wishes to be engaged in your life. Asking about your day is his way of saying, your life matters to me. It's about sharing your experiences, recognizing your obstacles, and celebrating your accomplishments. According to my perspective on love, this question is about forming a connection in which both persons feel heard and respected. It's an invitation to be open, vulnerable, and to trust. When he asks about your day, it's more than simply everyday courtesy. It's an indication of his want to be a part of your world. Number 10. I love you. Last but not least, these 3 words may appear at any point along the journey. It should go without saying, but it must be reiterated. If he loves you, he will say so. Openly mentioning it on a frequent basis reveals that he not only loves you, but is also a kind and communicative man who wants to make you happy. As I close this video, I'd like to remind you that each relationship is unique, and love manifests in a variety of ways. These phrases are not the only signs of love, but they are important ones. Thanks so much for watching.